Hey guys, how's it going? This is Dragon Samurai 14 here, late at night. And my clock right now, it's just struck at midnight. I was not originally planning on making a video this late, but I literally just now received, the news that, this is a WWE related video, and this is my opinion, my thoughts about this. I just found out about the news that WWE women's wrestler Paige might actually be forced to retire. And this is kind of this has kind of left me devastated because she was the first women's wrestler I grew to become a huge fan of. My big reason is because, since I've been on YouTube for a few years, I might as well explain one part of myself that I thought was pretty interesting. So when I first heard about Paige, I went and studied her, studied. I'm a weirdo. I wanted to see what wrestling history she had, before she was in WWE, like what's her backstory and everything. So I went on her Wikipedia page and I saw that she and I actually share the same birthday, which I thought was pretty cool, sharing a birthday with a women's wrestler. But I thought Paige was fantastic in the ring when I watched her. And then when I first got back into WWE, was around the time she was in like a stable with Charlotte and Becky Lynch. And then when I found out that she received a neck injury and was in 2016 and was practically gone throughout the whole year of 2016 and almost the whole year of 2017. And then when she came back on Monday Night Raw after Survivor Series, I was very happy to see Paige, even though she returned as a heel by forming Absolution. But now I hear that she's going to be forced to retire. It's left me devastated and makes me feel very bad for Paige. I mean, Paige has just been through a lot lately due to the internet stuff that has happened. I won't say any details of it, but we all know what I'm talking about. The online stuff that was leaked, and it just leaves me feeling very, very bad for Paige. In fact, this is just another thing that just, I feel like she just came back to WWE and now this happens. This kind of reminds me of Sting. The reason I say it reminds me of Sting was because Sting joined the WWE in the end of 2014, and he only wrestled for WWE for 1 year, and that was in 2015. He was only in 3 matches in his career. He was in his WrestleMania debut match with Triple H, his normal match on Monday Night Raw with Big Show that was turned into a tag team match with John Cena, and then his final match was against Seth Rollins for the WWE title. So, and then in 2016, he announced he was retiring, probably because of his neck injury. So this whole thing that has happened to Paige, like I just said, has left me really devastated. Has made me feel like I just want to give Paige a big hug, because I watched Paige fight in person. So when I found out she received this injury about 2 days after Christmas, I was on the Monday Night Raw on Christmas Day. And when I watched Paige fight in person, I was rooting for Paige because, one, I like Paige. She was the first women's wrestler I became a fan of before I became a fan of Asuka and all the other women's wrestlers that I think are fantastic in the ring. Heck, all of the women's wrestlers are fantastic in the ring, just as good as the guys. I mean, I know some of my friends say, oh, the women's wrestling is not as good as the guys. Well, I just say, hey, I think it's interesting. I think it's awesome to watch them fight. And, even my dream match was Paige versus Asuka. That was a dream match I wanted to see. And now it looks like it might not happen because of what's happened. So I know if Paige is never going to watch this, because I don't know how famous people work, through the internet. I don't know if they go on YouTube to see this. But Paige, I'm really sorry this has happened. I hope and pray that this is not true, that you have to retire. Because if there's one dream I want to see at least come true, besides the dream match with you between Asuka, I at least want to see you in the Royal Rumble. I mean, to find out that we share the same birthday, I think that's awesome. But the main point is I hope and pray. I hope my thoughts and prayers go out to Paige, and I just hope and pray that everything turns out okay. But it's all over the net. It's not looking good. So for now, I'm just going to say I'm crossing my fingers and hope and pray that everything works out fine, and she can at least wrestle a couple more times before she has to legit say she has to retire. Because like I said, she just came back to WWE, formed a very good stable that, is good enough to compete against Ruby Riot's team on SmackDown Live. It's just sad that this has happened, So sorry that you guys that this has been a short video, about 5 minutes, but I don't really have anything else to say other than when it comes to video game recording, that's still on hold because, I'm still working on getting a job. I just can't imagine when I have to say this to my two friends who I'm going to be hanging out with tomorrow, Wolfmark117 and a friend of mine named Josh. I'm not going to say his last name, for defensive standards, but anyway, his nickname is Red Hood. I got to tell two of my brothers what's happened to Paige. I'm pretty sure they both have heard about it by now, but just in case it sucks that this has happened. But anyway, guys, thank you for having the time to watch my video. Sorry it's been this short. If you feel like you want to see more of me on YouTube, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Leave a like, leave a comment, or feel free to share my videos on Twitter, because I have yet to build myself a Twitter page or a Facebook page in order to reveal myself more for YouTube, because I am planning to actually, when I reach 100 subscribers, I plan to do the Pocky Challenge, which is where I take, the hot chip that's laced in powdered by Carolina Reaper and try that. But with all else, thank you guys for watching. I again say, Paige, hope my thoughts and prayers go out to you. Wish I could give you a big hug. It was a great honor. It was great to watch you fight in person on Monday Night Raw. But anyways, guys, thank you. Like, comment, subscribe. And this is Dragon Samurai 14 signing off. And have a good night, guys.